Okay, well that was close. We're getting there. Whoa, not that much. There.
So while we're waiting, just want to remind everybody. So we got, of course, Mega Man X3 right now by Louise. Right after that, we have Undertale. And, forgot to remind everybody that during Mega Man X3, this is actually kind of a two-part prize of sorts. We have two chances to win this cool prize. So the first chance obviously going to be right now. So we have these cool Mega Man buttons that was graciously donated by Christmas Presents. Christmas is, of course, a speedrunner. Been in the community for quite a while. She also does some cool art and stuff. So yeah, it's just $5 during Mega Man X3 to get it. If you don't have the ability to donate now, just posting a picture for you all to look at it. If you don't have the ability to donate now, it's okay, because this very prize will be offered tomorrow during the Mega Man 1 through 6 46 Robot Masters race. So you got two chances to win, or, one chance if you can't donate right now. So yeah.
Speaking of donations, we have a rather large, rather traditional donation that just came in. I think it's going to excite the chat. I think you guys are going to be ready. You're not ready for this. Here we go.
I'm reading it. I'm not ready for this.
Let's hear it.
All right. So you guys ready? We have a $2,000 donation from an anonymous donation that says, "Do the thing."
Do the thing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate that donation.
For those that don't know, Do the Thing has been a recurring donation that shows up in JRTA once a year. And it's $2,000 again. Thank you so much.
This is amazing. We can't thank that anonymous person enough for all that they have done for us.
Absolutely. Simply incredible. Thank you.
And we're gonna fill some incentives with that too, so that's even better.
Yeah, let's not let that go to waste here. We certainly can put that towards some of the incentives. I would say incentives more than bid wars for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless, bid wars. Now that being, I was gonna say that being said, if the anonymous donor would like to put it towards something anonymously, if you had something in mind, you can PM us or whatever. We'll figure it out somehow. Otherwise, we'll just put it towards a bunch of stuff. We'll meet all the incentives. Okay. That was exciting. I love reading stuff like that. That's awesome.
Same.
Thank you, everybody that is donating and contributing. Okay. Now I think that I've said that. I think we're all loaded in here. Can I actually... Let's see. I'm trying to decide. Can I actually get Luis to turn up his game audio on his stream?
Sure. You can tell him to do that.
Now, just to remind you while we're filling time here, with that donation, we have just jumped tremendously in our goal. We're now under $1,200 away from reaching our goal.
It's in sight, but we're not in. We're not completely there yet.
We're about we're about 2/3 of the way there. So we still have some more to go. Definitely. And of course, if we do reach the goal, the rest of the money then after that will be donated towards Doctors Without Borders. So there you go. Let's get to that goal. What if we did it on the first day? On JRTA 1, we met our goal on the first day. Let's see if we can do it again today.
Absolutely. He did say he increased his audio now. So that's
it does. It does sound better.
Okay. You can do more if you want more.
I think it's good. I'll let him know after the first stage. How about that?
Okay.
Should be good, though.
So are we good? You want me to give him a countdown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Preferably me too.
Yeah, one sec.
Okay.
He can come in on his phone, and then we can give him the countdown here.
All right.
Okay. All right, so here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, commentators, take it away.
Alright, in like 30 seconds you'll be seeing Mega Man X3, because this game has a really long intro.
Can we get a quick roll call in the chat?
Sure, playing is Luis Miguel, as you already know. And with me is Ochgard.
Hello.
I think your mic cut out as you introduced yourself.
Yeah.
I want to try again.
I'm NRG Zam.
There we go. All right, everybody's all accounted for. Let's play some X3.
There you go.
Intro stage of this game is pretty straightforward. You kind of don't really want to use a whole lot of full charge shots because those can cause a bit of lag, but otherwise it's just dash to the right and shoot the purple guys.
And then another cutscene,
Yeah.
because that's what this game needs.
This was just foreshadowing what happens in the PlayStation games, with cutscenes and talking and gameplay interruptions for more talking. And zero.
Why does the first gap jump of this game have to be done as 0?
So it's similar to the X1 ones that are actually difficult. Oh, and he was using the saber while he was climbing, because if you initiate a saber attack at the start of a wall kick, it kind of boosts your jump a bit. And you get, like, normally that would be bad because, like, the whole saber animation is really long, but he also gets hit by one of those rocks right after to cut the animation off before it, like, becomes a bad thing.
Also, before the Mac fight, he dumped the shot before the boss gate, so he wouldn't have to shoot 2 during the boss fight.
And here's the best part of the intro. See how many times he gets punched.
Oh, good start.
Mao's feeling charitable today. He only got 2 punches.
I don't know.
The stage, Blizzard Buffalo, has a lot of abusable ice physics. You'll see him jumping on the downward slopes a good portion of the time to preserve all that speed. It'll like be more readily apparent toward the end of the stage when he gets near the boss gate. And if you're walking left and you jump, like on the ice, then for whatever reason that jump is higher. Like you just have more initial velocity when you jump, but only going left. And this boss is the best programmed.
Blizzard Buffalo sure is a good boss.
Yeah, for whatever reason, if you jump above him, he kind of, I guess, thinks you're on the left, or thinks you're jumping over him or something, and he just repeatedly, like, dashes into the wall.
Yeah, I always thought it was because he thinks you're jumping over him, so he tries to turn around and catch you in the act, but there's a wall right behind him.
Yeah. So it just kind of looks sad. He like boosts at the door and looks at you like, "What are you gonna do about this? It's in my way. I can't get out." And then you just murder him. And yeah, that strategy, the CFO, it's named for the intro boss for Mega Man X2, but he's firing lemons from a long distance while Buffalo's still on his invincibility frames, and like using that distance to like sort of get a head start on his charge time for the charge shot. It's a bit more efficient than just pumping charge shots point blank into him. And Seahorse next. It's pretty nice because you have Seahorse's weakness, and doing Seahorse second gets it out of the way before the random bosses Bit and Bite start showing up in the Maverick stages. And Bit's weakness is ice, and so is Seahorse's, and so is the mini boss in Seahorse's stage. So you don't have enough ammo for all of them. See, it's really nice to only have to deal with a couple.
Yeah, if you do the RNG grinding route and Bit appears here, you end up just having to buster the mini boss.
Or just reset.
You could do that too.
I'm farming RNG, got bad RNG, this isn't happening.
Got a perfect tiger fight, gets Bit and Seahorse, reset.
Typical. But yeah, the RNG farming route refers to going to Tiger second. He's pretty much like the biggest RNG barrier to a good run, because his charge slash attack that he does below half health, I think, is the cutoff.
I always thought it was like a third, but it could be half.
Yeah, I guess a third would make more sense. It's once he starts getting low, he goes into like a desperation mode and has access to a charge attack in which he's completely invincible for multiple seconds.
Yeah, he just decides that you're not going to hit him for 3 seconds. Even if you have his weakness, if you try to hit him with it while he's invincible, it just doesn't do anything.
Do we have a quick second for a couple donations?
Go for it.
Yeah, we do have 2 donations that recently we got. We have a $5 donation from Gred85. This is an early Christmas present, Cap Claus. Thank you. We also have a $5 donation from a Walters Kong. It says, are all bosses? If met, then Ricky and Zelda. Yeah, just to let you all know, kind of an update. Due to the very generous $2,000 donation that we got from an anonymous person, pretty much every single incentive that had a dollar amount got met. The only one that has not is the very last incentive, which is Super Meat Boy Get the Dark Ending. That's not for a while, though, so...
That's 2 days away.
Yeah, it's 2 days away. So
what
I would suggest instead is all of our bid wars are still... You know, they're bid wars. You can donate for them, kind of get them met. Like, for instance, the Undertale, the Hug and No Hug, that you can donate for still.
And
kind of get that.
File names, too, are still pretty much unexplored. So if you want to donate for something, file names, look at that tab on the incentives page. There's a separate tab for file names.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Yeah, I would definitely take a look at that stuff. Also, just keep in mind, during this block, $5 to get a really cool Mega Man button set, thanks to Christmas presents. You can check out her Etsy shop, etsy.com/shop/littlefansations. You can, of course, just check the schedule to see a link to that, so you don't have to go by what I'm saying. But yeah, check it out. $5 during this run.
Alright, and while the donations were going on, we had the quick kill on Seahorse, and now Louise is into Tunnel Rhino's stage. It's the next logical choice since you have his weakness, and his weakness is actually useful in his fight. which isn't always the case with the Mavericks in this game, in terms of like going fast. And wow, he did a really nice job on the mini boss.
That mashing was really good.
Yeah, it's not uncommon to take like a lot of hits on that guy.
It's especially nice if you have really good mashing there, because this level has some really poorly balanced enemies in terms of damage values. There are some enemies walking around who do 6 damage on contact, and you have 16 HP in this category.
Yeah, hitting those rocks is especially brutal. They just kind of like float around and try to fall on you, and they do an absurd amount of contact damage.
They do more than this boss does.
Ooh, that was actually pretty solid RNG on the Rhino fight. Once he gets below half health, if he dashes into a wall, his next attack will make him invincible for a little while. And the one time he got the invincible attack, he was already pretty close to the wall that he was going to dash at. Bolt Catfish is up next. Drills are really useful in that fight. It's the only thing that can hit Catfish out of its desperation move. This is like the other RNG part of the 8 map stages, pretty much, besides Bit and Bite appearing.
Catfish RNG usually isn't nearly as bad as Tiger unless you get some really wonky pattern.
Yeah, unless you get like 7 drills. And we're getting Bit here, I think, guaranteed, or
No, it
did
would
we
be
get
guaranteed.
Bit before?
No, or at least I don't think so.
Oh, right, this is Maverick 4. I was thinking any percent for some reason.
Yeah, base low percent, letting you do Tiger after getting Spinning Blade,
Yeah.
so you don't have to deal with him being invincible.
But yeah, the way Bit and Bite appearing works is they'll randomly, like, after you've beaten 2 Mavericks, Bit will appear somewhere in the next 3 stages. And if he hasn't appeared by your 5th Maverick, he will guaranteed be in there. Because you have to fight both of them. And then, likewise, Bite will randomly appear in one of the next 3 stages.
Yeah, and if he hasn't appeared by the 8th stage, he will always be there. Catfish, why?
Typical.
The goal for the Catfish fight is to use as few drills as possible once he gets the electric jolt from the top of the screen. And depending on what his last attack is, before you get him under half HP, you can get anywhere from, if you don't do like jump farming strats where you just stand against the wall, you can get anywhere from a 7 drill if you do really bad to a 2 drill if you get really good luck and you play it right.
Yeah, baiting the jumps is a little scary in low percent though, because you don't really have a whole lot of HP to work with.
Yeah,
Pretty
unless
much necessitates getting hit a whole bunch of times.
yeah, because you have to stand there long enough for him to get to basically no HP while you're just charging up shots the entire time.
Alright, now, here we go. Here's the
Yep.
Bit fight. His weakness is ice, and you'll see that Louise opens with a lemon, and then uses his ice until he's almost dead, and then goes back. That's to actually prevent him from dying, and that's just because the explosion is really long. It's not really any other reason. Other than, I guess, you wouldn't have to fight Press Disposer.
Well, yeah, you can kill one and not fight Press Disposer. But Press Disposer and low percent would not be very fun. Not at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's not fun at all anyway, but it would be especially bad here.
Fight him with all the items and still die. I've done that.
Oh.
Oh, enemy, why?
He made a slight mistake in his movement, and some enemies will punish you for it.
Yeah.
They're just always ready to shoot missiles or something. And coming up will be a Crawfish quick kill. For whatever reason, when you hit Crawfish with Triad Thunder for, I believe it's 2 seconds, he's completely vulnerable. So, like, you hit him with Triad, and then you switch to Buster and just mash in his face until he's dead.
And the jump is done so that he will do one of 2 attacks, neither of which can hurt you at all if you position properly. Because if you don't jump, he can charge at you and grab you, or he can just backdash you for an obscene amount of damage.
Yeah, just nail you with a hip check real quick, knock you across the room.
Yeah.
Set you up for a sweet 3 or 4 cycle, or a death. Oh, nice. I didn't realize you could just totally own those guys with Spinning Blade too.
Got a quick moment for some plugs.
Sure.
Just want to remind people that during this Mega Man X3 run, which Louise is killing it so far, we have a cool prize you can donate for, $5. Get a really nice Mega Man button set. I'll link in chat, of course. Yeah, so during this entire run, of course, you have just donate $5. That's it. Not too much. Yeah, and that also puts you closer to the grand prize. We haven't talked about that in a while. So $20 throughout the course of the marathon. You don't have to do it all at once. You could do it in multiple chunks of $5 if you want to. You make that $20 donation, and you are entered to win a Super Famicom console plus controller and cables. That was graciously donated by Retro Psycho. And yeah, and the buttons were also donated by Christmas Presents. So go ahead, give these guys a follow on their Twitter, check out their shops. So all kinds of neat stuff for both of them. So yeah, thank you very much for your donations. And again, even though many of our incentives were met, we still have plenty of things to donate for. A lot of things coming up, such as the Undertale bid war, talking about hugging versus not hugging. That could easily be sniped right now. We'll have plenty of time during the run to donate for that. Character names, file names, we have Dragon Quest V hero name coming up. That's 4 hiragana or katakana characters. Right now, we have a file name in English. It's basically called Solo Man. And that's $10, nothing else. So your chance to kind of donate for something. Or Final Fantasy III character names. 4 names, nobody's donated anything for them. Those are also, of course, Japanese characters, hiragana, katakana. So you can donate $1, and you got a name. So go ahead, get some cool looking Japanese names in there.
Alright, and on the Tiger fight, before Tiger picks an action, he gets an invincibility frame reset. So that's why you see him firing like a lot of lemons from across the screen. That's because you can get like a double hit in, and then after that, then you go for the charge shot.
And he's doing the smart strat and swapping to his weakness once he gets down there in HP.
Yeah. Once you hit him with the spinning blade, he's forced to go to the wall for whatever reason. I guess that's what they wanted him to do.
Yeah, he has to jump to the wall. It turns into a pretty silly fight if you do the entire thing with his weakness. It's just he keeps jumping between the walls and then gets knocked off and jumps to the other wall, gets hit off again.
Yeah. I do just want to point out real quick that Louise actually got the quick kill on the mini boss, which is pretty difficult in this category. In any percent, you have the boots, so you can like just air dash at it and fire the last 3 shots, and it's like a pretty huge window of time to get those hits in. But in low percent, you just kind of have to YOLO and get 1 jump over there.
Also, when he was fighting Bite during the plugs, he some of the drills got off-timed a little bit, and he ended up having to pause. There's a strat where you don't have to pause at all, but it's pretty finicky with when and where you put a couple of the drills.
Yeah, like the drills can hit 4 times, and for some of the drills you absolutely need all 4 hits. So if one of them like whiffs 1 hit, then you're gonna have to do some weird stuff to try to compensate.
Oh boy, it's time for elevator skips.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons that we pick up the boots in any percent. So nice to just be able to up air dash and not worry about making that jump or actually riding the elevator. Jeez.
Right, dude. Doing low percent runs and taking so long in the last elevator jump that the elevator catches up to you at the top.
Sad life.
Yeah.
Alright. Here we go. Gravity beat Booed himself. The Maverick with the greatest name. His weakness is Ray Splasher, but Buster Shot is faster to hit him with at the start of the fight. So, and it also gives him less invincibility.
In terms of Maverick names, what about our boy Scissor Shrimper?
Oh yeah, that's definitely a top tier one too. But Gravity beat Booed. It's gotta be my favorite. It's really a shame that you can skip the Maverick intro in this game because all of them are so good. They really step their game up in naming the Mavericks, and then you never see them until the very end.
Also, the weapon you get from Gravity Beat Booed, only in the Japanese version, is called Bug Hole. Make of that what you will.
It's okay, that's not the most questionable weapon from a Mega Man game. Oh, nice elevator skip.
That was really good.
And here's the reason they had to use the CX4 chip in this game. So you could fight this random geometric shape.
Also, I guess one of Louise's acid inputs, the first one at the beginning of the fight, got dropped or something. Because you're supposed to hit him before he starts moving, but he just dashed up to him and then the acid didn't come out.
Yeah, this game has some pretty weird input behavior sometimes since it was so rushed. Like, I'm not sure if it's exactly the same from a Dash 2, but I know if you stop walking, then for 1 frame, even though the game pulls input, it'll just ignore it.
I think also, in addition to when you stop walking when you land, or whichever one you said, the other one possibly too, it just like, whenever you stop moving or touch the ground for the first time, the game really doesn't like listening to what the controller has to say.
Yeah. Can be really annoying if you have to turn around. And if you let go of any direction, going from one direction to the other, it can just like drop an input in between.
Yeah. Louise got the slow figure 8 from Blast Hornet at the very beginning of the fight. That's pretty rare.
And Blast Hornet's weakness is Bug Hole, but Spinning Blade turns out to be a bit faster because it does 2 damage each.
Can I read some donations?
Sure.
Okay. We have $44.20 from McNuggies420. The comment says, "A spreadsheet is not a worthy enemy. PvP only now. $43.60 towards Meat Boy. 60 cents towards FF3 name Noogie. Or
Nice.
Nuggy if you want the English pronunciation." Thank you, McNuggies, for the donation.
Oh my god. What a god.
So currently in the lead for FF3 character name is Noogie. And then we also have $10 from Aggro Craig. Great work with the marathon so far. Looking forward to the rest. Donating to make, let's see, that would be Nakamura, a character name in FF3 in honor of the King of Strong Style. Thank you for that donation.
Dude, Louise is just nailing all the difficult stuff.
These
You got
gap
both
jumps.
dash speed
Yeah,
gap
like,
jumps.
what?
Yeah. Those are so difficult to actually do, and he nailed both of them like they're nothing.
Yeah.
And that guy, we taken an intentional hit on, even though it does a lot of damage, just because you can get to the right side of the screen faster, and then that avoids X having to walk for a long time.
Since it does 8 damage, though, it means that getting hit by any attack from the boss of this stage will instant kill you, unless you get a health pickup from somewhere. So you gotta be careful on this guy coming up.
And at this amount of HP, grab would kill even from full health.
Yeah.
And the sword attack isn't really super hard to dodge. So, like, there's potential to farm for health a little bit on some of those enemies on the way, but Louise just opts not to. And those hands don't even have a hitbox on their way back. You can just jump through them if you want.
Ray Splasher can be a pretty annoying weapon to use optimally sometimes, since the spread is a little bit erratic, and so sometimes if one shot hits too early and the boss's iframes haven't worn off yet, all the rest of the shots just won't even get close to hitting it.
Yeah, it follows a pretty strict pattern, but it's difficult to wrestle with in real time.
Yeah. Oh man, the bug hole swag.
Dude, look at what Vile did to this stage. What a jerk. That field. Never seen that weapon useful before. I think that's the first for me too, just like right there.
I saw someone do it once a long time ago, but I completely forgot that it was a thing.
And here's the most fun part of the game.
It's the part where you touch the spikes and die and reset a half hour into the run.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Louise will be attempting the elevator skip, or the half skip, or whatever they call it in this category. Looks like he's got a good start so far. Ooh, he got it. Alright.
There we go.
He was practicing that a lot before starting.
Yeah.
This is the big room you would normally fight the boss of this stage in, but since he never defeated Vile because this is low percent. Here he is, the boss of the stage here instead, with a really scary looking right armor.
Oh, great. He's starting off with the RNG invincibility move, because this game needs more of those.
Yeah.
This is... Vile is not being very nice so far.
And this is a two-part boss. Once he beats the right armor, he still has to beat Vile after. Oh, I didn't know that attack actually didn't do damage. It just freezes you.
Yeah. Oh, the dash move. That it. Maybe I'm just a baby, but that move jump scares me sometimes. I'm not ready
Yeah.
for it. Because at the HP that you're at, if you do any sort of elevator skip, that will just kill you. And
Yeah, that kind of goes for most of the bosses from here on out.
yeah.
Or all of them from here on out, I guess.
Also, dying on this Vile fight is particularly bad because you don't get the weapon energy back, and it's obviously helpful to have that weapon energy for killing the boss quickly. So you really don't want to die, especially on the second phase.
Now, here we go. Here's the exciting part. The refights. You ready for a lot of explosions?
Explosion simulator, yeah.
I suppose since we didn't mention it before, we can explain the Seahorse quick kill, which will be the same as he did before.
That would probably be a good idea.
If you knock Seahorse out of the air with the Frost Shield, then it seems like his invincibility runs out before his recoil animation actually finishes, and it just sort of leaves him vulnerable to damage for a little while until it actually finishes.
Yeah, you can just, like, in that brief period of vulnerability, you can just mash down a good chunk of his HP. And in the Seahorse fight, when you hit him with the Frost Shield when he's in the air, the higher up you hit him, I think the longer you have to mash shots on him before he figures out his iframes again. So if you're bad at mashing like me, you definitely want to make sure you hit him as high up as possible.
And there's even like some fancy stuff you can do where you like intentionally stop mashing right before his recoil is gonna finish, and then like jump and shoot again real quick. So he like jumps into it. You just kind of repeat the process.
Yeah. Also, for this beetle fight, he's using the Parasite Bomb since it does 2 damage every second, roughly, and so it's faster than waiting for the Ray Splasher invincibility. But he has a chance of turning Rainbow and becoming invincible, and if he does that, you have to swap to Ray Splasher real quick and hit him to knock him out of it. But he got really good RNG on that fight, and that didn't happen at all.
Alright, Buffalo fight, same as before.
We gave him, what, half an hour to figure this out?
Yeah. Sigma didn't rebuild him smarter, he just rebuilt him. I think he's not going for CFO this time because that's,
Oh, why?
there's risk of getting hit. Thankfully, he didn't, even though he got ice beamed, which is a really, really irritating attack.
Yeah, just complete invincibility for several seconds. It's pretty annoying.
It's a common theme of Mavericks in this game, is being invincible for a while. Alright. Tunnel Rhino round 2. He actually is smarter. He can use all of his attacks this time. For whatever reason, the first time through, if you don't die in the stage, then he just doesn't use his projectiles.
Yeah.
Or he'll just zoom back and forth.
Oh, here he goes. This is new.
Yeah, there we go. At least it was the easy to dodge one and not like the weird diagonal ones.
If you, I guess the quirk of his AI is in the refight, or if he has access to his moves in the first fight, if you shoot an acid at him to hit him out of like the end of a rainbow charge, he seems to almost always just prepare the 3 drills before moving at you.
Messing up his positioning a little bit. Yeah, it's a nice standing point blank on Catfish if he's gonna use Triad Thunder, because it just goes right over your head.
This is a bunch of drills.
Yeah.
Is this a 7 drill?
There were some green shots in there too.
Yeah.
I think Louise dropped some frames in there, so I don't know 100%, but definitely saw 2.
He dropped frames right as you were saying he was messing up his positioning, so I figured it was just me.
Oh, yeah. Well, I saw him get hit, and then I saw some frame drops.
Switching weapons is hard. We've all been there.
And that's the Seahorse quick kill we were talking about like 6 Mavericks ago.
Yeah,
It would have helped to know what order he does these in.
Seems like everyone does them in a different order.
Yeah.
And does it in a different order in every category. Because the strats shuffle around, and some things are harder and some are easier.
Yeah, it's kind of a difficult thing to explain in the moment, because it only lasts like 5 seconds. And then explaining it will be like midway through the tiger fight again.
Wait, I missed it. Can you do it again?
Yeah. Yeah, tiger fight, identical to the first time around. Try to get double hits when you can, and then just charge shot after. And if he's gonna do this,
This is...
just please stop.
Yeah. You can get some really funny fights where he just sits up on the wall for about half of his HP bar, and you're just desperately trying to dodge shots at 1 HP and like hitting him once every 3 seconds.
Just a very quick final reminder, if you donate $5 or more during this run, you'll be entered to win a button set of Mega Man characters courtesy of Christmas presents. Thanks for that prize donation. But yes, if you want to be entered to win that, you need to donate $5 or more before this run is over.
Are you going to be the person that lets our donation total stand at $26.99.90? No, you're going to be the person that donates $5 and gets a chance to win those buttons and donates it for a cool incentive. So be that person. Make the donation. Thank you.
So Dr. Doppler has an annoying gimmick where if you hit him while he's just standing there between attacks, he raises this energy force field thing that heals him if you hit him. So you have to time your attacks carefully to make sure you get as many hits as possible while he's in the middle of attacks, so he doesn't just heal himself up.
And one of the ways you can use acid is by holding up or down on the D-pad when you shoot, and it'll force it to go in that direction really quick. So that's how he was hitting Doppler so easily when he was dashing over his head. You just aim it instead of just firing out a big slow blob. Dude, they're both red. Which one's Zero? Oh, okay, it's that one. He has the sword.
Wait, you mean we didn't take Zero's sword? What is this?
I think it's a low percent or something. Some kind of dumb category that's hard, not easy mode.
Sounds more like slow percent.
Alright, this boss is pretty scary. Unless he's hovering in the middle of the room, firing fireballs diagonally. Those ones only do 1 damage. All the others do 8.
Yeah, everything in this fight does 8 damage, except diagonal fireballs, which do 1.
And in order to actually hit him when he's just standing there shooting the fireballs, you either have to hit him like while he's shooting a fireball or hit him in the head. Like, it's a pretty small target. That shield just like absorbs everything.
Kaiser Sigma has bombs that do 8 damage, missiles that do 14, and then he has this weird laser thing that gradually depletes your HP. So, gotta
An
dance
even
around.
smaller target than Captain America.
His hitbox is a third of the screen, and his only hurt box is his tiny little head.
Yeah. Thankfully, his back doesn't block shots. His hands are particularly dangerous in any percent because they're easy to jump into. So you can stand closer to him than like his hand hitboxes.
Hitting him with green shots is really difficult because it's such a vertically narrow hitbox.
Oh, he took 1 damage. Reset.
Not the run.
There's going to be a vertical climb with lava, and then time's coming up on the first character of the first text box at the end of the long walk down the hallway, because it's JRTA timing.
Of course.
Keeping it authentic.
Of course.
Now the real question for this climb is he going to throw acid everywhere?
Yeah, that's what you really want to do, to show off the limitations of the SNES hardware. A wireframe plus lava plus moving camera plus 2 acids, and the whole game is just done.
It's struggling to run at like 3 frames per second.
Alright, and time.
Alright.
According to my completely accurate timing, I got 42:42, which is the most perfect a time can be.
Yep.
Can't argue with doubles.
The double. Well, the rumors are true. Louise is really good.
Yep.
Sure is.
Awesome. Thank you guys for the commentary, by the way, as well.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having us.
Yep, appreciate it.
We do have another donation. Would you like to read it, Darkman?
No, I don't think so. Oh, actually, never mind. I'll read it because we got 2.
Okay.
Alright, so first we have a $5 donation from myself. So I didn't want to be the person to leave the donation total at $26.99.90. So I donated $5.
Nice.
And-
Welcome to the club, by the way, of people who've read their own donation comment.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll put an incentive sometime later.
Okay.
And then we have a $4.20 donation from,
From who?
you guys guessed it, McNuggies 420, and with one of the best comments of all time, Weed is for the people. Sim City, Nug City. Thank you, McNuggies420.
Sim City, Nug City. I love it.
I love it.
So, for those that don't know, of course, the top 4 names for cities get into Sim City as well, and so that means Nug City is currently sitting pretty as a possible city name.
There you go.
Thank you, McNuggies.
What a guy.
All right, well, that was Mega Man X3 with Louise. Thank you again to the commentators and to Louise for the run. Give Louise a follow if you aren't already. His Twitch is up there on the top left corner of your screen. Coming up next, we have Undertale, and we're actually going to do a restreamer switch. So I am going to cut the stream in a little bit here. Don't go anywhere.
Yep.
You know, everybody...
I am also heading out as the donation host, so
Yes.
Tonic will be taking my place.
Thank you again, Darkman, for your support on the donations today.
Absolutely. Anytime. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. So don't go anywhere. Actually, you know what? Get up, stretch those legs if you've been sitting down since the start of this whole thing. Find yourself a comfy beverage, maybe a good snack, and then come back for Undertale. The True Pacifist Ending speedrun is coming up next, and you guys will get to choose whether to hug or not to hug. I believe Shakespeare asked a question like that once. So we'll find out.
Probably.
We'll find out what happens as JRTA3 continues right here on twitch.tv/JRTA Marathon. I'm going to cut the stream right now. So we will see you guys in a minute or two. Don't go anywhere.